Hey guys, how are all of you beautiful people? Hope all of you are doing great. This is the second season of What If Naruto Was Madara's grandson. A medical student died because of negligence of the authorities. Later, he is granted a second chance in life with some boons. But being an Otaku and Naruto fan, he chooses to live in the chaotic world of Naruto. This is the season 2 of this series, and you can find the season 1 in my channel and in the same playlist. So relax and let us complete this wonderful story. Kill. Kill. The Kaguya clan members throw their bone spear one after another. It's an enemy attack. Quick defend. The Kiri patrol guards quickly informs their comrades. We can't allow these maniacs to enter inside the village. One of the Kiri ninjas makes some hand signs. Water release, hiding in the mist. The Kiri ninja opens his mouth and releases a pearly white mist that covers the entire area. He turns towards his teammates and makes some hand signals. His team members nod and enter inside the mist. Let's stall them until our reinforcement arrives. We won't be able to hold back against their number. The captain directs his subordinates and all of them enter inside the mist. He makes some hand signs. Water release, rising water slicer. He slams his palm on the ground and releases a linear wave of water. The water wave slices through the rocks and collides with Kaguya clan members, sending them flying away. The rest of the Kiri ninja follows his lead and throws various kunais, shurikens, and jutsus at Kaguya clan members. Kill. Kill them. Show them the power of the Kaguya clan. The clan leader shouts at his clan members. The Kaguya clan members fold their arms in front of their chest. Dance of the Larch. Various sharp bones sprouts from their body. Clang, clang, clang. The bones easily block the projectiles. Kaguya clan members point their fingers towards the Kiri Shinobis. Finger drilling bone bullets. They fire multiple bone bullets from their fingers. Block them. These bone bullets are lethal. The captain shouts at his subordinates. The Kiri ninjas make multiple hand signs and slam their palm on the ground. Water release, water wall. Multiple water walls block the bones and slow down their momentum. Phew. We blocked them. The Kiri ninjas sighs in relief. Watch out. The Sensei ninja yells to his teammates. Too late. Kyuku. The Kaguya clan leader slams his hand on the ground and yells. Dance of the seedling fern. Multiple bone spear erupts from the ground and quickly engulfs the Kiri ninjas, forming a sea of bones. Stab. 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 The spear pierces through various Kiri ninjas, killing them in the process. Whoosh. The leader jumps up and avoids bone spears. Water release, scattering water bullets. He fires a volley of high-speed water bullets at Kaguya clan members. Pew. 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 The bullets pierce through some Kaguya clan members, killing them in the process. Ha ha. Kaguya clan leader laughs hysterically. Entertain them more. Kill. Slaughter. Let Kiri bath in blood. Ha ha. Kill. 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 The Kaguya clan members continue to march forward, slaughtering Kiri Shinobis one after another. Shit. At this rate, we won't be able to last long. The reinforcement hasn't arrived yet. Kiri captain frowns and looks at his fallen subordinates. Damn. I have no choice. The leader bites his thumb and makes some hand signs. Summoning Jutsu, Conch King. He summons a giant conch with many large protruding out from its spikes. Conch King, go. He makes some more hand signs and infuses chakra in Conch King's giant shell. Water release genjutsu, demonic phantom fog prison. The Conch King opens its giant shell and releases a pearl-white mist. The mist covers the entire Kaguya clan members, putting them in a genjutsu. Guffaw. He pukes out a mouthful of blood and keels down. This jutsu takes a toll on my chakra and vitality. Ha ha. Kill. Kaguya clan members continue to swing their bones inside the genjutsu. This genjutsu won't be able to hold them for long. These maniacs are mentally unstable. So this genjutsu won't have much of an effect on them. Captain. We can't hold them for long. When will our reinforcement arrive? One of the Kiri Shinobi questions him. They must be on their way. Captain weakly replies to his subordinate before closing his eyes. Crack. Crack. Some cracks start to appear on Conch King's shell. They are about to dispel the genjutsu. Get ready to fight again. Captain warily stands up and holds a kunai in his hand. Crack. Boom. The shell of the Conch King explodes, clearing away the mist. Poof. The Conch King disappears in a large puff of white smoke. Another round of fight starts between them. Inside a small mansion in Kirigakyo, a middle-aged man with auburn hairs and green eyes is sitting on the floor in Caesar position with his eyes closed. A ninja flickers in front of him and places a scroll in front of him. Fuji-sama. This is a message from Mitsukiji-sama. The Kaguya clan members have attacked Kiri at borders. Our patrol team won't be able to hold them for long. Ha! Fuji opens his eyes and looks at the shinobi. So, the Mitsukiji wants my faction to handle this matter. He picks up the scroll and reads it. 100 Kaguya clan members. Things aren't looking good. He frowns and folds the scroll. Tell to Mitsukiji-gara, we won't participate in this war. We don't have enough people on our side to participate in this war. The elder closes his eyes. Fuji-sama. You don't have a choice. This is the decision made by the rest of the elders of the village council and the Mitsukiji-sama. If you don't participate in this war, then Terumi clan together with its subsidiary clan will be kicked out of the Kirigakyo. What? Are you threatening me? The elder opens his eyes and riles up his chakra, pressuring the shinobi. Tell them, their tricks won't work on Fuji Terumi. We will participate in this war if the Elder Council reserves another seat for my faction, or else we are ready to leave Kirigakyo for another village. Fuji Terumi threatens the shinobi. Yes, Fuji-sama. The Kiri shinobi bows before Fuji before retreating. Damn. Those crafty noble foxes. All they do is sit in their luxurious mansion and scheme. Cough. Cough. Fuji coughs out a mouthful of blood. He quickly wipes the blood. My old injuries flared up again, and this disease is silently killing me. Sigh. He sighs and looks out of the window. I can't allow Mai to see me in such a condition. She will unnecessarily worry about me. I don't even know how long will I live. I have to at least make things easier for Mai. Her mother died when she was still a child. Paired with all the struggles and brutal training she went through as a child, I don't want to live in constant suffering. Sigh. Fuji sighs and affectionately looks at the picture of a woman. Miko, our Mai has grown into quite a beauty. She has taken your looks. Hopefully, I will be able to see our grandchildren before I die. A teardrop drips from his eyes. Father! Father! You called for me. Father! A sweet voice enters Fuji's ears. He quickly wipes his tears and puts on a stern expression. You are here, Mai. I have a mission for you. A tall, slender girl with fair skin enters the room. She has green eyes, ankle-length, auburn hair styled into a herringbone pattern at the back, a top knot tied with a dark blue band with 4 bangs at the front. 2 bangs are short, with one covering her right eye, and the other 2 long crosses each other on her chest, just below her chin. Flutter. A breeze of wind enters through the window, fluttering her long hairs. Mai has a smile on her face as she approaches Fuji. She bows in front of Fuji and flashes a smile. You looking for me? Father? Fuji nods his head. A gentle expression replacing his frown. Yes, Mai. I have a mission for you. The Kiri is under attack from the Kaguya clan. The village has asked our Terumi clan to handle the situation. I want you to take care of this situation as an experience for the incoming power struggle. After I pass away, you will become the next leader of the Terumi clan and thus our faction. I don't want the prestige of Terumi clan to fade away after my death. Psha. Mai places a finger on Fuji's lips. Don't speak such words, father. Nothing will happen to you. You will continue to lead the Terumi clan in the future. Ha! Sniff. Fuji's eyes tear up. He gently hugs Mai and pats her back. Yes, don't worry. Nothing will happen to father. After all, I have such a loving daughter taking care of me. Now, all I want is to find a suitable candidate for you and marry you off. I just want to play with my grandkids in my old age. Ma. Marriage. It is still soon for that. Mai flusters and her face turns red in embarrassment. No, I won't leave you alone. I will take care of your father. She tightly hugs Fuji. Sigh. Fuji hugs Mai and pats her back. Can you see Miko? Our Mai has grown up. At Kiri borders. The Kaguya clan members continue to slaughter the Kiri shinobis. Kill them. Ha ha. We Kaguya clan members are the most powerful clan of the shinobi world. Ha ha. They relentlessly kill one Kiri shinobi after the other. Captain. We are sorry. We can't hold for long. These Kaguya clan members are way too powerful. Kiri members desperately block one attack after another while maintaining their formation. The remaining Kiri shinobis gather around the captain. Blood. Let us see some blood. Ha ha. Kaguya clan members surround them while Kiri members are barely holding to their life. The Kaguya clan leader walks towards them. Crack, crack, snap. He dislocates his shoulder and pulls out the arm bone from his shoulder. The arm bone turns into a bone sword and he swings the sword at them. The rest of the Kaguya clan members raise their arms and launch multiple bone spear at Kiri ninjas. Time to die. Kiri weaklings. Slash. He slashes the bone sword at the Kiri captain. Looks like this is the end for me. The Kiri captain closes his eyes, waiting for the death. Boil release, skilled mist technique. A corrosive cloud of mist appears in front of the Kiri ninjas and blocks the bone spears. The acidic mist melts the bones. Swoosh. Swoosh. Multiple ninjas clad in Kiri outfits surround Kaguya clan members. Sigh. Looks like we are saved. The Kiri captain heaves a sigh of relief. Multiple medic nin starts to assist the injured and provide first aid treatment. Phew. We made it on time. Mai heaves a sigh of relief. Are you okay? She walks towards the Kiri captain. Kiri captain notices her and nods his head. It was thanks to you, Miss Mai. If not for your timely arrival, we would have died by now. One of the medic ninja tends to him. All units in formation. The enemy is quite troublesome. Avoid engaging in close range with them. Use ninjutsu to push them back. Mai orders her team as she surveys the situation. These Kaguya clan members are skilled in taijutsu. Paired with their Keki Genkai, they are almost unstoppable. Mai looks at the large number of Kaguya clan members and frowns. The intel from the village is incorrect. With our numbers, we will be barely able to hold against these many Kaguya clan members. Kaguya clan members silently look at the Kiri ninjas. There is excitement on their face as they look at the reinforcement of Kiri. Slick. The Kaguya clan leader licks his lips in excitement. More Kiri fodder has arrived. I can't wait to bathe in their blood. There is no sign of fear on Kaguya clan members' faces despite surrounded by multiple enemies. Show them the true ferocity of the Kaguya clan members. Ha ha. In a meeting room in Kirigakyo, multiple elders clad in luxurious clothes are seated around a round table. One of the elders places a scroll in the middle of the table as he addresses other elders. All of you must be already aware of the attack on borders by the Kaguya clan. All of them nods to him. We are aware of this attack. It is nothing but a futile attempt by those mentally unstable maniacs of the Kaguya clan. It was because of the blood-shedding tendencies that we have to station them away from the village. One of the elder remarks. But to think that they will attack the village directly. They have completely lost their sanity this time. Another elder frowns and looks at the report. Don't you think it is an opportunity for our high-class noble faction? The elder in the middle cunningly looks at the rest of the elder. What do you mean, Akifumi? State it clearly. One of the older council members frowns. Ha ha, ha ha. Akifumi slowly stands from his seat and calmly looks at the rest of the elders. All of you must be aware of the power of the Terumi and its ally clan. Akifumi smirks. Other elders frown and enter in deep contemplation. Terumi clan might be part of the middle class in the Kiri village, but their strength can't be denied. Most of them possess powerful Keki Genkais. One of the elder remarks. During the Second Shinobi War, Kiri came on top of the other villages mostly due to the power of these Keki Genkais. Another elder agrees with him. But haven't their ambition on the rise lately? An older elder frowns. Terumi clan is vying for more power in the elder council. We might not be a match if Terumi clan attacked us with all of its ally clans. The older elder continues. Wasn't this the very reason we orchestrated a scheme and annihilated the Yuki clan? That move dealt a deadly blow to middle-class faction, greatly decreasing their power and influence. Akifumi has a sly smile on his face. So you mean to say that we can use this as an opportunity and further weaken them? The older elder smiles and strokes his beard. But what about Mitsukichi-sama? Will he agree with our decision? Another elder frowns and questions them. That Mitsukichi brat is still too young. He doesn't have much influence on the politics of the village. It was us who made him the Mitsukichi, so he won't interfere with this matter. Akifumi chuckles and returns to his seat. Then, let us proceed with our plan. Prepare a team of skilled ninjas. When the Terumi clan members return from the fight with the Kaguya clan, Ambush them and finish them off. With this, we will be able to deal a heavy blow to the Terumi clan. The old elder suggests. Then, we will send some of our elite shinobis for the mission. All the elders agree with him. The meeting continues as they discuss various matters. Later, after the meeting, Akifumi walks out of the building and warily looks around. After making sure nobody was following him, he flickers towards the forest. After reaching near a waterfall, he makes some hand signs and taps on the water screen. Whiz! A sealing formula appears on the waterfall and the water screen parts away, revealing a secret cavern. Akifumi surveys his surroundings and enters inside the cavern. The water screen closes behind him. He reaches the center of the cavern. There is a pedestal with some seals at the center. Akifumi bites his thumb and makes some hand signs. A small summoning formula appears on the ground. A greenish-blue apparition with a one-eyed orange mask appears in front of him. Akifumi bows his head and greets the figure. Madara-sama. I have fulfilled your order. Akifumi's eyes have a mangekyo pattern inside them. Well done. A raspy, hoarse voice greets him. Thank you for your praise, Madara-sama. Akifumi bows his head and waits for further order. For your next task, I want you to manipulate the elders of the village council and spark a revolt in Kirigakyo. The voice continues. Yes, Madara-sama. Akifumi nods his head and walks out of the cavern. Kyuku. The masked figure laughs wickedly. Why do I only need to control the Mitsukage when I can make the entire Kiri dance on my whims? I won't spare any elder of Kiri council. Crack. The figure tightly clenches his fist. 10 years. It has been 10 years since Rin was captured by these Kiri shinobis. The Kiri village elders ordered her capture and turned her into a Jinchuki to rampage in Konoha. The memories of the incident flashes in his mind as his right eye turns into a Mangekyo Sharingan. They will pay for their crimes. I don't want them to be a part of my ideal world. Swish. Fwish. The projection fades away, leaving the empty cavern. Inside an underground hideout, Toby turns towards Zetsu and orders. It's time for the next phase of the Eye of the Moon plan. Akatsuki has already recruited 10 members. I will monitor the progress from shadows and look over other members. Then what you want us to do next? White Zetsu questions him. For now, keep an eye on Orochimaru. He is a snake in disguise. I don't want any unstable factor to interfere with our plans. Swirl. Toby disappears in a swirling portal. I wonder what will be his reaction when he learns about the truth of that incident. White Zetsu mutters to himself. Remember, we are the product of Madara-sama's experiment. His command is our will. Don't even think about uttering these words again. Black Zetsu warns White Zetsu. Swoosh. Zetsu enters into the ground. In a small mansion in Kiri, an elderly man with a bald head walks inside a room. The elder wears a brown kimono with a yellow scarf draped over his shoulders. There is a wooden staff in his hand. The pommel of the staff has a carving resembling a demon-like creature with red eyes and a mouth with sharp teeth. The elder slowly crawls into the room. Fuji opens his eyes and welcomes him. Elder Genji. How is the situation? Have you investigated it? Fuji politely bows to Genji. I secretly ordered some of my trusted personal ambus to follow my girl. They would report soon. Genji slowly crawls to mat and sits on it. Knock. Knock. Someone knocks on the door. Come in. Elder Genji replies in his frail voice. A ninja completely draped in blue garbs enters the room. He bows in front of Genji, awaiting his orders. You may report. Elder Genji nods to him. Genji-sama, after the Terumi clan princess left the village with her subordinates, a group of shinobis from various other noble clans followed her. I am unsure of their intention, but I doubt it to be friendly. Fuji frowns and turns towards the ninja. Tell me everything in detail. His expression turns gloomy. Gulp. The ninja gulps his saliva and fills Fuji in detail. Damn. Those high noble clans. Fuji quickly walks out of the room and gathers a squad of ninjas and sends them to the borders. Sigh. Genji sighs to himself as he remembers his past days. Byakuren-sama founded the Kirigakyo. I got the fortune to be one of his aides and stand alongside him. Byakuren-sama worked tirelessly to establish the village as one of the 5 great shinobi nations. Sigh. Since then, Kiri has continued to degrade, and it has reached this state of infamy as the Bloody Mist. Sigh. If only 3rd Mitsukage-sama was still alive, then he would have sorted out this situation. Genji continues to contemplate the future of Kirigakyo. Cough. Cough. Fuji coughs slightly to get Genji's attention. His emotions have calmed down a little. Elder Genji, what are your thoughts on this move by the noble clans? I can see they want to weaken our power and influence in the village. But if they do so and create unrest in the village, then Kirigakyo will be open to other villages. Kirigakyo will be engulfed in the flames of the war. Fuji ponders over the intention of the noble clans. Those power-hungry people are only seeking their benefit. The citizens of the village worship them because they are the descendants of the first Mitsukage. I can't see the legacy of first Mitsukage-sama degrading in their hands. It was the part of the reason I joined your faction. Genji calmly explains to Fuji. As for your daughter, don't worry about her. I will summon one of my most trusted and skilled ninja and make him her bodyguard. Fuji skeptically looks at Elder Genji. Elder Genji makes some hand signs and taps his staff on the ground. A strange sealing formula appears on the ground. The eyes on the staff lit up. Shortly later, a middle-aged man enters the room. You summoned me, Genji-sama. The newcomer bowed to him. The newcomer has blue hair styled in a moused-up manner. His left eye is blue and the right eye is covered with a black eye patch. He wore large talismans with the word to hear in kanji on both of his ears. The rest of his outfit includes a standard striped grey suit with a green haori that had white trimmings till halfway down. He wears the standard shinobi sandal with a kiri forehead protector tied on his forehead. You came right on time, Ao. I have a mission for you. But first, let me introduce you to the Terumi clan leader. Elder Genji introduces Ao. He is Ao, one of the orphans I picked up during the Second Shinobi War. His skills speak for themselves. During the Third Shinobi War, he defeated the main branch Hyuga clan member of Konoha and stole his Bakugan as a spoil of war. Later, I implanted this eye in his right eye socket. Elder Genji points at the eye patch. Ao removes the eye patch to show his Bakugan. What if Konoha tried to retrieve the Bakugan? Many powerful shinobis in Konoha are capable enough to overpower Ao and steal his Bakugan. Fuji points out. Haha, you don't have to worry about that. Elder Genji chuckles and points at the talisman on Ao's ears. You can see those large talismans hung around his ear. Yes, what's so special about them? I can see some sealing formulas on them. Though I am not a sealing expert, but I have never seen such strange seals before. Fuji curiously looks at the seals. Those seals aren't the ordinary sealing seals. They are special talisman seals created by me. Even the most famed Uzumaki clan known for their fuinjutsu capabilities won't be able to decipher these seals. Elder Genji proudly stares at the seals. These seals are my masterpiece, and I am very proud of them. Elder Genji chuckles. Now, as for their abilities. When Ao's Bakugan is under any kind of threat, the seals will cover his right eye and destroy the Bakugan. No one beside me is capable of removing these seals. Elder Genji strokes the pommel of his staff. The eyes on the staff lit up. So, that's how it is. Fuji nods his head. I am always surprised by your capabilities, Elder Genji. He praises Elder Genji. Enough chit-chat. Ao quickly departs for the Kiri borders. Your sole task is to protect the Lady Mai of the Terumi clan. She will be the future leader of the Terumi clan and would play an important role in the future. Elder Genji orders Ao. Yes, Genji-sama. Ao bows his head and flickers out of the room. At Kiri borders. Huff. Huff. Mai is breathing heavily as she confronts the Kaguya clan leader. Most of her subordinates and teammates are either dead or are not in a condition to continue the fight. I severely underestimated their abilities. Their bone manipulation ability is very hard to fight against. Swish. Swish. Mai jumps back and avoids various bone bullets launched at her. Huff. Huff. I can't get hit by those. These bones can easily penetrate my defenses and decalcify my bones. Mai warily stares at the Kaguya clan leader. We have whittled down their number, but the losses are unbearable. The Kaguya clan members turn to his remaining clan members. Are we the only survivors? He notices around 20 to 30 of his clan members standing behind him. We have no choice, make them pay with their blood. Ha ha. The Kaguya clan leader laughs maniacally. Han. Kill. 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 Kaguya clan members raise their hands and shout in excitement. We will have them entertain us as long as possible. Han. Another round of slaughter starts as Kaguya clan members go into a frenzy. Kill. 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 Huff. Huff. Kimimaro weakly stares at the back of his clan members. Is this my worth? I am a weapon meant to be used on the battlefield to slaughter my enemies. Is this how my life will come to an end? If so, then I won't go down without a fight. Ha! Kimimaro yells and dashes towards the Kiri ninjas. Slash, slash, slash. He continues to attack one Kiri ninja after another. Look out for that kid. That kid has killed many of our comrades, we can't allow him to rampage on the battlefield. Surround him and kill him. A small group of Kiri shinobis surrounds Kimimaro. Kimimaro emotionlessly looks at the group of Kiri shinobis. Dance of the Willow. Various long hardened bones sprout out from his entire body. Carmilla Dance of Death. Kimimaro sways his body like the branch of a willow and easily parries and evades the attack of the Kiri shinobis. He counters their attacks with bones sprouting from his palms. One of the Kiri shinobis tries to sneak attack him from his blind spot. Got you. The Kiri shinobi smirks in delight. You have killed my friend. Now join him in the afterlife. Stab. Puchi. The Kiri shinobis throw out a mouthful of blood. He looks at Kimimro with wide eyes. A long hardened bone is protruding from Kimimro's neck. The bone punctures Kirishinabe's heart, instantly killing him. Plop. His body falls lifelessly on the ground. Swoosh. 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 The rest of the Kirishinabis jumps back to avoid the attacks. This kid is even more dangerous than the rest of the Kaguya clan members. Quickly deal with him. Slash. 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 The fight continues as more and more people fall in the battle. Lava release, melting apparition technique. Mai makes some hand signs and spews out lava from her mouth. Sizzle. Sizzle. The lava melts the bones shielding the Kaguya clan leader. Huff. Huff. I am running out of chakra. They already outnumber us, and with their tenacity, it is getting even harder to get rid of them. I don't want to disappoint father and shoulder some of his burdens. Mai resolutely looks at the Kaguya clan leader. Gulp. She swallows a chakra pill and takes out a kunai from her holster. I have no choice but to fight in close range until my chakra recovers. Slick. The Kaguya clan leader licks his tongue and looked at Mai like a predatory wolf. Snap, snap, crack. He twisted his left arm at a weird angle. The bones of the arm snapped and cracked, detaching from the shoulder. Pop, snap. He pulls the bone from the hinge of his shoulder and waves it to straighten the bone. Clank, clank. He blocked all of Mai's kunai and shurikens. Clank. Mai engages the Kaguya clan leader in close combat. Let me see how long will you be able to handle my attacks. Kyuku. He launches one heavy attack after another. Chip, chip. Mai's kunai continues to chip away from the attacks. My kunai isn't as durable as his bone, and the force of his attack is pushing me back. In terms of taijutsu, I am not his match. Mai continues to stall time to recover chakra. She monitors the remaining members of the Kaguya clan. They have 20 people remaining on their side and we have 7. Things aren't looking good for us. I have enough chakra for 1 or 2 jutsu. Mai looks at the Kaguya clan leader. I guess he doesn't have enough chakra either. I have to kill him to lower their morale and make them lose their will to fight. Swish, swish. Mai throws 2 more shurikens at the leader and jumps back. She makes some hand signs and opens her mouth. Water release, hidden mist jutsu. Mai releases a pearly dense mist around her and the Kaguya clan leader. The mist fogs the leader's vision, who continues to swing the bone sword around. Using this technique again, Yukiri weaklings won't be able to escape death by such means. Ha ha. The Kaguya clan leader makes some hand signs and slams his palm on the ground. Dance of the seedling fern. He summons multiple bone swords from the ground. Stab. The bones pierce through Mai's body. Huff, huff. Kirishinabis are mere weaklings. They feared our abilities and isolated us from the village. Now we will have our revenge. The leader falls on knees. He has a smirk on his face as he looks at Mai's body. Burble, burble. The body turns into water and disappears. Swish. Stab. A kunai pierces the Kaguya clan leader's throat as Mai appears behind him. Kuk. The leader looks at Mai with wide eyes before dropping on the ground. His body lifelessly falls on the ground as blood splatters on Mai's clothes. Whoosh, whoosh. The mist clears away to reveal the scene of the Kaguya clan leader's death. Leader. Leader. Died. The excitement of the Kaguya clan leader dies down as fear encroaches their heart. How can the invincible clan leader fall in battle? The Kaguya clan members drop their bone weapons as they silently look at their leader's corpse. We lost. Our leader, he just died in battle. No. I don't want to die too. No, don't kill me. One of the Kaguya clan members comes to his senses. No. I don't want to die here. He immediately turns around and dashes away from the battlefield. The rest of the Kaguya clan members sobers up and follows his lead. All of them flee from the battle. At a nearby cliff. Slick. Orochimaru licks his lips as he stares at the slaughter happening below him. Kaguya clan. A bunch of fools who can only find their path of life by fighting. Flick. Orochimaru tosses a test tube in his hand as he continues to monitor the Kaguya clan. They live through their instinct of fighting. Blood craving is infused deep down in their genes, with a body like that. Flick. They make the perfect test subject for my new research. With such an unstable mind, it is quite easy to manipulate them through a simple genjutsu. Hiss. A small white snake wraps around his arm and slithers near his right ear. Hiss. The snake hisses near his ear, relaying a message. So, it seems like the rat has fallen into the trap. Then I need to quickly finish this matter off. Hiss. The snake slithers and wraps around his arms. Orochimaru gently strokes the snake's head, as he watches the massacre. Oh. Interesting. He stares curiously at Mai, who uses lava release and boil release to repel the Kaguya clan members. She is almost a perfect candidate for my new body with 2 Keki Genkai. But unfortunately, I can't lay a hand on her. He notices the Terumi clan insignia on Mai's clothes. Slash. One by one all the Kaguya clan members fall in battle as Orochimaru rests against a tree. The fire of slaughter and massacre burning in his eyes. Slash. Oh. It seems like the death of their clan leader affected them to a great extent. It dispelled my genjutsu and now they are fleeing away from the fight. Kyuku. Orochimaru chuckles and makes a hand seal. I can't allow my precious lab rats to flee from their experiments, can I? Release. A small curse marking appears in Orochimaru's palm. Ba dump. The curse marks infuse some chakra and turn orange and spread over his hand before turning into black markings. Similar marking appears around Kaguya clan members' necks who are fleeing from the battlefield. Kimimaro, who is running with his clan members, feels a suffocating sensation at his neck as something tries to choke him. Cough. He coughs violently and infuses chakra in the bones around his neck. Snap, crack, whoosh. The bones around his neck absorb the orange chakra and turn black. Cough. Kimimaro coughs again and continues to run away from the battlefield. Oh. Interesting. This kid has an affinity for nature energy. He could be a candidate for my new body. Slick. Orochimaru licks his lips as his eyes follow Kimimaro's trails. At Kiri borders. Mai and the remaining Kiri shinobi look at Kaguya clan members in surprise. They are fleeing from the battlefield. Their clan leader is dead and now there is no one to command them. One of the Kiri ninjas looks towards Kaguya members as he speaks. What should we do? Captain Mai. He turns towards Mai for her orders. I won't spare them. They killed my brother. Ah. One of the remaining Kiri ninjas chases after the fleeing Kaguya clan members. Stop it, Taro. It's dangerous to leave the formation and chase after them. One of the older shinobi tries to talk sense to Taro. Taro ignores him and continues to chase after them. Sigh. The older shinobi sighs and turns towards my captain. Taro grew up with his brother. His parents died early in the Third Shinobi War, orphaning him. His elder brother fostered and raised him. He was a father figure to Taro. Taro is unable to handle the loss of his big brother. I will bring him back. Mai nods her head in understanding. It's okay. All of you bring him back. I am fine by myself. Mai rests against a tree. Yes, Captain. They yell and chases after Kaguya clan members. Mai looks at their back. Sigh. She looks at her hands drenched in blood. I have shed more blood than tears in my life. Sometimes the blood is of my enemies and sometimes my own. Kuk. Mai spits out some blood. She wipes her lips and stares at the moon. Flutter. A gentle breeze flutters her hair. I wonder if someday true peace will exist in this world. A time when there is no bloodshed, no cruel training, a world where children could live and grow peacefully. Clench. Mai clenches her fist tightly. I might not have the power to change the world. But I will definitely wash the infamy of bloody mist from Kirigakyo. The squad of 4 Kiri Shinobi chases after Taro to bring him back. One of them clenches his fist in anger. No matter what. I can't forgive these bastards. If I get the opportunity, I will kill them. Yes, they killed our friends and family. I can't forgive them. Another ninja agrees with him. Sigh. The older ninja sighs at them. Ah. Youth. Reckless as always. They spot the back of Taro who is standing motionlessly at a place. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. They quickly flicker towards him and one of them pats Taro's back. Taro turns around and notices them. What's the matter, Taro? Why are you spacing out like that? The ninja frowns and questions him. Taro silently points at a direction. All of them towards the pointed direction and notices Kaguya clan members falling one after another. This is what's happening. The ninja frowns and turns towards the older shinobi. Do you have any idea, Jisan? No. I have never seen such a thing. Maybe it is an after effect of their jutsu or some sort of forbidden technique. Jisan frowns and inspects the body of Kaguya clan members. Look. Over there. Someone survived this jutsu. The ninja points at the back of Kimimaro. He is that kid who killed my brother. I won't spare him. I will kill him. Ugh. Taro chases after Kimimaro. The rest of the Kiri ninja follows after him. Splash. Splash. Oohum. Kimimaro slowly opens his eyes and looks around. Snap. He immediately takes out a bone from his arm and turns it into a knife. Kimimaro warily searches for the intruder. Bonk. Izuna slaps Kimimaro's head. Oh. That hurts. Kimimaro yells in pain. Yo. Kid. You fine? Izuna lowers his head to look at Kimimaro. So kid, you fainted from physical and chakra exhaustion. How are you feeling now? Kimimaro stretches his hands and legs and checks his body. He doesn't feel any exhaustion and fatigue anymore. Kid, you were out for half an hour. I healed you. Also, what's your name, kid? Izuna curiously looks at Kimimaro's reaction. I never expected to meet Kimimaro here. Kimimro has quite the potential, but sadly he dies because of an unknown disease. Like, come on, what kind of deadly disease are spreading throughout this world? Izuna activates his Sharingan and inspects Kimimro's body. I can't see any signs of disease for now. Maybe, he will get it later. Kimimro silently stares at Izuna, who is inspecting him from top to bottom. He resolutely clenches his fist and bows before Izuna. My name is Kimimro. I am a member of the Kaguya clan. Then, thank you for saving my life. For me, you are a god who saved me from the darkness. Izuna is startled by Kimimro's sudden reaction. Wait. Hold on. I am not any god, I am a human just like you. He picks up Kimimro. Sob. Tears flow from Kimimro's eyes as he wipes them and continues. I was trapped in endless darkness, slowly waiting for death. When I was close to death, I prayed to God to save me, and then, you came and saved me, so you are God in my eyes. Kimimro tears up and hugs Izuna's legs. Don't abandon me. Please, I will do anything you will ask me to do. I will become your weapon, tool, whatever you ask of me. Kimimro sobs silently as he pleads. Izuna scratches his head as he thinks about what to do with Kimimro. To be honest, Kimimro's life in Naruto wasn't that great. His clan locked him up in a dark cell. Orochimaru used him as a test subject and then as a vessel. Finally, he died because of his disease. He stares at the pleading eyes of Kimimro. I am looking for some members to recruit in my organization. If I train Kimimro, then he can turn out to be a perfect member of my organization. His Kekii Genkai Shikatsumiyaku is a watered-down version of Kaguya's Kekii Mora all-killing Ushbone similar to Bakugan and Sharingan. If I train him properly, then his Kekii Genkai has too much potential. That's it, it's decided then. Izuna turns to Kimimro. Good, you are free to follow me. I will personally train, but remember, my training is quite hard, so make up your mind. Kimimro clenches his fist in resolve and nods his head. I am ready for any kind of training. I will put my heart and soul in the training. Izuna nods his head. He stares towards a cliff and smiles. I see, this snake was involved in this matter. But now that I have my sights on this kid, he can only return empty-handed. At the top of the cliff, Orochimaru clenches his fist as he angrily stares at Izuna. Damn you! Izuna Uchiha! Why are you interfering in my matters? I can't fight against him, I am not his match for now. Orochimaru takes a last glance at Izuna before retreating. Izuna turns to Kimimro and nods his head in approval. Good. I like your resolve. I am Izuna Uchiha from the Uchiha clan. Izuna makes some hand signs and taps on Kimimro's forehead. A small Fuinjutsu seal appears on top of Kimimro's forehead. Kimimro accepts the seal without any resistance. Izuna raises his eyebrow as he questions Kimimro. Aren't you curious to know what kind of seal I placed on you? Kimimro shakes his head and replies. No. I will never doubt my god. Sigh. Izuna sighs and answers him. This seal will change your chakra signature. I am on a mission in Kiri, so we will have to infiltrate Kiri. It will help you hide your presence from Kiri sensors. Izuna makes some more hand signs and taps on Kimimro's forehead. Transformation Jutsu. Poof. Kimimro's appearance changes entirely. Izuna takes out some clothes from a scroll and gives them to Kimimro. You can use them to change your appearance. They are my clothes when I was your age. For now, wear them. I will buy you new clothes later. Transformation Jutsu. Izuna changes his appearance to that of a merchant. I will infiltrate Kirigakyo as a traveling merchant and probably open a temporary shop. Let's go. Izuna signals Kimimaro and both of them walk towards Kirigakyo. At Kiri borders. The Kiri squad under Mai returns and report to her. Captain. We found the Kaguya clan members fleeing away from the village. When we approached them, a strange seal appeared near their neck and all of them died instantly. The older ninja reports the entire detail to Mai. Mai frowns and ponders. Who could have done it? I can't make any sense out of this situation. Kaguya clan attacked Kirigakyo and almost all of them died. We will leave this matter to Anbu. Line all of their body near the camp. Later, the Anbu members will take care of them. Mai orders them. The Kiri members lines up the corpses of the Kaguya clan and their fallen comrades near the patrol camp. It's time to return and report the matters to the village. Mai and the rest of the squad prepare for their return journey. While traveling through the forest, Mai inspects her squad as she ponders. We lost 4 to 5 shinobis in this fight. The losses are quite huge. Father is politically suppressed by the higher-ups of the village, and now they provided us with false intel. Looks like the noble clans want to deal with us. We have become a threat to their rule. Mai raises her guard as they move on. I won't be surprised if someone tries to assassinate me now. Swish, swish. Many kunai and shuriken target Mai. Clang, clang. Mai skillfully deflects all of them and stare at her attacker. The rest of her squad immediately gets into formation to combat the attackers. There are around 10 ninjas draped in complete black and blue outfits surrounding them. All of them wear a mask with thin slitted eye hole and a wavy design in place of mouth with the Kiri symbol engraved on top. The group frowns, and one of the ninja questions. What's the meaning of this? We are returning from war. The village lost 4 to 5 shinobis in the war. This matter needed to be reported urgently. Why is the Hunter-nin squad of Anbu after us? We just fulfilled our mission. Another ninja questions them. Don't bother with them. They aren't after us, they are after Captain. The older ninja clarifies the situation to them. The village and its politics are quite complicated. Sigh. He sighs. But, we can't allow them to kill Captain. Captain should be rewarded for her meritorious efforts, but instead, the village has given the death penalty to her. No, we won't allow this. We will fight alongside her and protect her. All of them take out their kunais and shurikens from the holster and get ready to fight against the squad of Mai. Mai looks at her and a mixed feeling of grief, sorrow, remorse, and elation overwhelmed her. These people are ready to put their life on the line for me. They are my team. I won't allow them to die a meaningless death. I will stall their attention to make a window of opportunity for them to escape and inform the matters to father. Mai turns towards her team and whispers to them using hand signs and codes. I will stall them while you escape. Report the situation to Fujitarumi. Mai turns around and blocks another kunai from the missing Nin Anbu squad. No, Captain. We can't allow this. You must escape first while we stall for time. The older ninja denies her request. The missing Nin Anbu squad leader stares at them and smirks. None of you will leave alive from here. This forest will be your graveyard and the entire blame will fall on the Kaguya clan. He signals other missing Nin Anbus. The Anbus make some hand signs and slam their hands on the ground. Cooperation ninjutsu, water release, great water prison. They create a large dome of water around the area. The water dome covers most of the surrounding forest and blocks their route of escape. Now attack and finish them off. Don't leave any trace of Anbu. The Anbu members float inside the water prison as they surround Mai and her squad. Water release, air water bubble. Mai makes some hand signs and creates a bubble of air around her. Ha! She takes a deep breath to inhale the air. This is not good. They have 10 people on their side and we are 6 people, also they are expert Anbus specializing in team fight and assassin, we are no match for them. I may have recovered my chakra but, the mental exhaustion is still there. All of her subordinates make a formation around her to protect her. We will protect you with our life, Captain. Clang, clang. They block all the projectiles thrown at them. The Anbu leader signals his team. Anbu members start to make similar hand signs. Water style, marine water battle formation jutsu. They gather a large amount of water and forms a spiraling stream to attack the group from various angles. Boom, boom. The water stream assault Mai's team from various angles. Water style, water protection screen. Mai spits out a large amount of water from her mouth and forms a water screen to block the attack. A few Anbu members make some hand signs and their body turns into water. Water style, hidden in water jutsu. Mai warily looks around to avoid a sneak attack from the Anbus as she analyzes their battle strategy. This group of hunter-nins specialize in water battle formations. They start the fight by creating a large water prison to trap the enemy, then they attack their prey by using the chakra and water in the prison. This way they can conserve their chakra and effectively hunt down their prey. If brute force fails then they opt for assassination by using the hidden in the water jutsu. Even an experienced sensor won't be able to sense their location, since the entire water prison is infused with their chakra, unless one possesses ocular powers to see the chakra. Sigh, looks like they came prepared. Mai sighs as she completes her analysis. I can't use boil release to evaporate the water. It will take me quite the time to evaporate the water and also it consumes the remaining oxygen in water. Then there is my team who can't bear the high temperature of the boil release. Lava release is also a no. It will burn the oxygen much faster and I don't think I have enough chakra to fight against 10 Anbu level Shinobis single-handedly. If only, there was a nice user in my team, he could freeze the water and create an opening in the ice to lead us out. Mai closes her eyes and opens them with resolve. We won't go down without a fight. Yeah. The rest of the group shouts as they engage in a losing fight. In a forest near the border, Ao catches up with the rest of the Anbu squads deployed by Elder Genji. He turns to one of the Anbu and questions him. What's the situation, Taki? Fill me in. After receiving the intel from Genji-sama, we quickly departed for the border. If our intel is correct, then a squad of 10 hunter-nins is on Miss Mai's trail. This squad hid in the forest before Miss Mai even arrived at borders. They provided the information on the Kaguya clan members' attack. I won't jump to any conclusion, but it seems like a pre-planned trap. Taki informs Ao. Clench. Ao clenches his fist and increases his speed. The rest of the Anbu follows after him. Genji-sama took care of me as a child when my parents died before the Second Shinobi War. He trained me and provided me with everything. I can't fail his expectations. I will protect Miss Mai at all cost. One of the hidden Anbu members reappears behind one of my subordinate and slashes his back. Splatter. Blood splatters from the ninja's back as the surrounding water turns red from the blood. Ah! The ninja screams in pain as he clutches his back. The Anbu member hides again. Slash. Another Anbu member appears behind the ninja and slashes his neck to finish him off. Bloop. The body of the ninja limply falls off as it floats lifelessly in the water. We can't be in such a passive situation for long. We have to counterattack. The elder ninja yells and makes some hand signs. Water style, furious current jutsu. He creates a giant torrent of water in the water prison. The torrent spirals in and pulls the Anbu members inside it. Whoosh. The hidden Anbu members reappear as the spiraling torrent cancels their jutsu. This is the chance. Mai makes some hand signs and spits out a large amount of water from her mouth. Water release, water dragon bullet technique. She manipulates the water into the shape of a dragon and directs it at Anbu members. The dragon rages along the furious torrent and opens its maw wide to bite down on the now visible Anbu members. Splatter. Blood splatters in the torrent as it slowly dies down, leaving behind two floating dead bodies of the Anbu. Water style, spiked water whip jutsu. Swish, slash. A water whip appears behind one of Mai's teammate and grabs his neck, leaving a deep gash. Ah! The ninja writhes in pain as he holds his neck. Blood leaks from his neck as his body twitches violently. Splatter. A fountain of blood splatter from his neck. Whoosh. The Anbu captain's water body turns visible as he held a spiked water whip stained with blood in his hand. 4 more to go. He emotionlessly remarks as he stares at Mai's team with a predatory gaze. Tick. Mai bites her tongue as she looks at the situation. I can't hold back anymore. I have to use boil release to create an opening in this water prison. She turns towards her team and signals them to retreat to the edge of the water prison. The remaining 3 members follow her order. Boil release, acidic annihilation stream. Mai opens her mouth, releasing an acidic corrosive vapor. The water around starts to boil rapidly as steam rises from it. Mai creates a water bubble to prevent from harming her teammates, but the highly acidic vapors start to blister their skin. Sizzle, fizzle. The rest of the Anbu members try to protect themselves by creating water shields around them. Burble, burble. The water boils and reaches an extremely high temperature as the amount of oxygen diminishes in water. The water bubble around her team destabilizes as its shapes start to change. The Anbu leader makes some more hand signs and creates multiple water bubble barrier around himself. He frowns and looks at Mai. What's her plan? At this rate, she will end up killing her subordinates before escaping from us. Burble, burble. The air inside water heats and rises to the top. Pop. With a loud noise, it creates an opening at the top and escapes from it. This is our chance, Mai yells at her teammates. Oh, no. You don't. The Anbu leader senses their intention. He quickly makes some hand signs. I can't care about some minor burns at this moment. If they successfully escape to the village, then I won't be able to see tomorrow's morning sun. Pop, pop, pop. He quickly dispels the water bubble shields. Sizzle. The corrosive vapors sizzle his skin. He ignores the burn and makes some hand signs. Water release, 5 hungry sharks. He places his palm together and releases 5 water sharks towards them. It's not enough. He clasps his palms together and thrusts them forward, sending a giant water shark towards them. Water release, water shark bomb jutsu. He jumps in the stomach of the water shark to protect himself while swimming towards Mai's group. We have to hurry. He is catching up to us. The Anbu leader quickly closes on Mai. The sharks open their mouth wide to bite down on them. This is the end. Whish, whish. A cold breeze blows towards them. The surrounding temperature instantly falls below the freezing point. Snap. Crackle. The entire water prison freezes up together with the Anbu leader and his subordinates. Brrr. Shatter. The Anbu captain shivers in cold as his body is frozen on the spot. The ice shark around him shatters, exposing him to more freezing cold. It traps Mai and her group inside a large ice bubble, but they only feel a little cold. Step. Step. A young man walks towards them. There is a child following him closely. The young man has blue lines from the bottom of his eyes to the jawline. His hairs have a slight blue tint to them. He slowly walks towards them and raises his head to look at Mai and her group. He shakes his head and closes his eyes. Yeah days. A few moments earlier. Izuna changes Kimimro's appearance by using the art of disguise he learned in Anbu. This disguise art is still handy, but Kiri Anbus will be able to identify it quite easily. So, I need to tweak it a little to make it more natural. If my memory serves me right, then there must be something in my storage scroll which could help me. Izuna starts to search through his storage scroll and finally fish out a beautiful small box. Found it. He takes the small box and opens it to reveal a makeup kit. This makeup kit was my present for Kushina-ni-san, sigh. I was unable to give it to her. Izuna sighs and reminisces about his memories with Kushina and Minato. Soon. I will heal both of you, soon. Once I master the 6 paths sage art, I will heal both of you with the young sage energy. He clenches his fist tightly. Kimimro silently stares at Izuna's face. Messenger-san seems to be worried about something. I hope all of his problems are solved. Izuna shakes his head and pats Kimimro's head. Okay. Let me apply this makeup on your face to hide your markings. I will use some seals to change your chakra signature, and this makeup will hide your brows. Transformation techniques aren't suitable for the infiltration task, as in some situations when you lose concentration they might dispel. Izuna applies makeup to Kimimro and himself. Good, we are ready to go. Both of them walk towards the Kiri borders. They easily cross the border and enter the forest. I will infiltrate the Kiri village as a traveling merchant. I just want to learn some new Kekii Genkai and hone my nature transformation skills. I don't care about the politics and power struggle of Kiri. On the offhand, it will be my source of entertainment. Izuna makes plans for his Kiri infiltration as he trod in the forest. I will visit Land of Demons after Kiri. Just what kind of demons are present in it to get such a name? Boom. Boom. Multiple sounds of explosion interrupt his thoughts. The war with the Kaguya clan members is over, with all the Kaguya clan members dying in the process. Kimimro narrated the entire incident to me. So, what's going on now? The sound of battle piques Izuna's interest. I will take a sneak peek at the battle. Izuna makes some hand signs. Light style, camouflage cloak. He cloaks Kimimro and himself into a light illusion as they walk in the direction of the battle. Boom, boom. Izuna notices a giant dome of water covering a large part of the forest. Ha! He senses multiple chakra signatures in the water dome. It looks like the giant water prison jutsu of Kiri and from the chakra mixed in the jutsu. It is a cooperation jutsu. Well, not many people have the same amount of chakra as me and Naruto. Let's get a closer look. He walks near the water prison and spots multiple people in Anbu robes engaged in a fight against some shinobis. These Anbus with that mask and get-up, they seem to be the hunter-nins of Kiri. They are usually deployed to hunt down powerful missing nins who have sensitive intel about the village. Izuna notices Mai and her squad. He raises his eyebrow and ponders. They are attacking Mai Terumi. Well, Yagura is still the Mitsukage, so Mai is just a normal jounin. Looks like things are more interesting than my expectation. Pluck. Pluck. Izuna feels a tug on his clothes. He turns towards Kimimaro with a questioning gaze. Kimimaro points towards Mai and her subordinates and speaks. She was the leader of the group who attacked and killed my clan members. She fought against our clan leader and killed him in the battle. Later, after his death, all of us escaped from them, but I was the only survivor. Kimimaro narrates the entire incident of Mai's battle with Izuna. Oh. I haven't mastered lava release and boil release yet. I have to learn from her. Izuna silently stares at the battle as one by one Mai's teammates get picked off by Anbus and are killed in the battle. Somehow, this seems quite ironic, if I remember the original Naruto plot. Anbus were the elite shinobis of the village who are a cut above jounin, but somehow a genin like Naruto and Konohamaru can deceive and beat them. Heck, they serve as cannon fodder in multiple incidents. Izuna ponders over the capabilities of Kiri Anbus. They aren't as skilled as my Anbu team. My team will slaughter them in seconds. Guess, my harsh training regimen paid off for them. Another member of Mai's team dies in battle. Should I help her or should I let things play out as usual? Well, Mai did become the 5th Mitsukage, so she should be able to survive this. Water release, 5 hungry sharks. The Anbu leader launches 5 water sharks towards Mai, who desperately struggles to get out of the water prison. Nah. I can't wait for any miracle to save her. Guess, I have to save her. As for infiltration, I will think of some other plans. I just want to do things casually. Izuna makes a hand sign and takes a deep breath. Ice release, frost breath. He releases a large volume of cold air from his mouth. The surrounding temperature lowers as the water starts to freeze. Snap. Crackle. The entire water prison forms an ice dome, and all the Anbu members freeze in the ice. Yeah days. Izuna reveals himself as he walks towards them. Seems like I made it on time. Snap. Izuna snaps his finger and the ice around Mai and her group shatters. The group falls to the ground. Izuna stretches his hands and catches Mai. He flashes a friendly smile at Mai and questions her. Are you all right, miss? He gently places her down. Mai and her group frown as they warily stare at Izuna. Who are you and what are you doing here? Mai questions him. Earlier during the fight, I never saw your figure while fighting with these Anbus. Tell me, where were you hidden all this time? Mai takes out a kunai from her holster and points it at Izuna. Hold it right there. Izuna raises his hands in surrender. I am just a passerby. I was on my way to Kiri village with my younger brother when I saw you in a pinch. Izuna pulls Kimimaro in front of him. Kimimaro emotionlessly looks at them. Mai frowns as she looks at Kimimaro. Did she figure out the disguise? My makeup skills aren't that bad, right? Indeed, he is as pale as you. So, I believe he is your younger brother. Mai nods her head. Have I applied an extra coat of foundation on my face? Izuna touches his face. Ha ha. Mai chuckles at Izuna's antics. Izuna scratches the back of his head and a weird smile appears on his face. Mai's expression turns serious as she holds up the kunai against Izuna's throat. You may have saved my life earlier, but this doesn't warrant you suspicion-free. If I sense any lie in your words, then I won't hesitate to kill you right here. Gulp. Izuna gulps his saliva. Well, she is a kunoichi after all, so I must have expected this. I can't use my identity as a traveling merchant anymore with that ice release. But I recently heard rumors about the extinction of the Yuki clan. I can use that identity, also with the ice release, it will make more sense. Izuna churns the gear of his mind as he replies to Mai. Wait, listen to me first. Let me explain. But first, can you remove this kunai from my neck? Okay. Go ahead. Mai nods her head and pulls her kunai back. She still has her guard. It is like this, we both are members of the Yuki clan. My mother fled the village with me and my brother when our clan was hunted down 7 years ago. We lived in a remote village far away from Kiri. A few days ago, my mother died because of her illness. Izuna's expression turns sad as he shed fake tears from his eyes. Water release has this used too? Izuna thinks in his head. Mai's expression softens a little as she lowers her kunai. Mother also died when I was young. Mai remembers her mother. At her deathbed, Mother's last wish was to bury her ashes in Kiri. So, to fulfill her final wish, I returned to Kiri, and on my way, I saw your group in a pinch, you know the rest. Izuna finishes his explanation. I just pulled that from my ass. I hope she falls for it. Mai nods her head in affirmation. I still do not trust you. But I will spare you for now. Mai lowers her guard and turns towards the Hunter-nin Corp. As for you bunch, don't expect any mercy from me. You came here to kill me, so don't mind if I do the same. Mai turns towards Izuna and asks him. Can you only freeze their body while removing the extra ice? I can do that. Izuna nods his head. He makes some hand signs and separates the frozen anbus from the enormous chunk of ice. Mai makes some hand signs while looking at the group of anbus. Lava release, molten catastrophe. Hold on a sec, don't you need to interrogate them or something? Izuna stops Mai from finishing them off. Mai shakes her head in denial. It doesn't matter. I already had an idea of the perpetrator, besides, the moment you free them, they will commit suicide. So, it is better for me to kill them. Mai finishes her hand signs and slams her hand on the ground. Izuna secretly activates his Sharingan to copy the jutsu. I have got a gist of lava release. I just need some practice to learn it. Lava release, molten catastrophe. Boom. The ground beneath the Anbu group trembles, creating a small rift. The rift erupts and releases a large amount of lava. The lava engulfs the Anbu groups and turns them into ashes. The rift on the ground closes and everything returns to normal. It is a quite powerful jutsu, but it is not feasible for quick fights. The time required to cast this jutsu is quite large. Izuna shakes his head as he analyzes the weakness of jutsu. Sigh. Mai sighs in relief and turns to Izuna. I still have my doubts regarding you, but you have my gratitude for saving our lives. Miss Mai. Miss Mai. A frantic voice fells in their ears. The group turns around and notices a group of Anbus rushing towards them. Mai and the group raise their guard for an unexpected enemy. It's us, Miss Mai. One of the Anbu members in front removes his mask to reveal his face. Uncle Waken. Mai lowers her guard as she greets the newcomer. Izuna nonchalantly looks at the group. His attention is drawn by Ao, who is standing in the middle of the group. He curiously stares at Ao, or to be more accurate at the ceiling talisman tied around his ears. Strange, very strange. I have never seen such strange fuinjutsu seals. I generally use seals on a scroll, but I have never seen such sealing talisman. Izuna secretly activates his Sharingan and closely inspects the talismans. Shiver. A chill runs down Ao's spine as he warily surveys his surroundings. Ao senses a gaze focused on him. He looks around to search for the intruder. Ao notices Izuna staring at him. He frowns and scrutinizes Izuna. Ao brings his right hand in front of his right eye and makes a hand seal. Bakugan. Ao activates his Bakugan and inspects Izuna's chakra signature. Blue chakra flows through Izuna's chakra system. There is no problem with his chakra system. His reserves are on par with a high-level Jounin, which is quite normal for many clan members. But, why I feel a threat from this guy? Ao turns to Mai and speaks. Sorry, Miss Mai, for interrupting your discussion. He points towards Izuna and Kimimaro and questions. Who is this person? There is no report of him being a part of the squad. Oh. He is. Mai frowns as she couldn't remember his name. What's your name again? Earlier. I forgot to ask your name. Izuna speechlessly looks at Mai. I saved your life, and you didn't even bother to ask the name of your savior. Ahem. Izuna clears his throat and introduces himself. I am Yuito Yuki, a member of Yuki clan. He points at Kimimaro. This little guy over here is Yuto Yuki, my little brother. Mai nods head in approval as she narrates the entire event to Ao and Uncle Waken. Uncle Waken turns to Izuna and bows his head in gratitude. Mai is like my daughter. You have my gratitude for saving her life. Izuna shakes his head. It's fine. I was just passing by when I heard the sound of battle. So, I hid nearby to see the situation. After I figured out the situation, I helped her. Kimimaro silently stares at Izuna and the group. So, if I want to become like Messenger-san, I have to learn how to fool people. Kimimaro jots this down in his memory. If you don't mind, I will continue my journey to Kiri. Izuna holds Kimimaro's hand and walks away from the group. I don't want any more trouble. Staying near them will spell more trouble for me in the future. I better stay away from them. He hastily walks towards Kiri. Wait a sec. A sweet voice fells in his ears. Here comes the trouble. Izuna turns around and feigns confusion. Do you need something from me, miss? Mai shakes her head and points out. Since both of you are moving towards Kiri and we are also returning to Kiri, so why don't we move together? Sigh. I can't refuse this, can I? If I refuse, they might turn suspicious of me. Why did I even bother to stop by and interfere in the fight when Ao and his group were on their way? Very well, we will tag along. Izuna and Kimimaro join the group as they walk towards Kirigakyo. Ao walks near them and starts to question Izuna. Yuito, right? Izuna nods his head in affirmation. So, you are a member of now almost extinct Yuki clan. What made you return to Kiri, that also of all times? Ao stops and looks at Ajuna's expression before he continues. Kiri is at its most chaotic time. The infamy of the village as bloody mist is spread throughout other nations. Many shinobis are abandoning the village to leave a relatively peaceful life. It was the reason Kiri created the Hunter-in Corp of Anbu to hunt down these deserters. So, why of all times are you returning to the village? Ao continues to observe Ajuna for any change in his expression. Is he doubting my credibility? But I haven't done anything suspicious to warrant his doubt. I never knew Ao was such a meticulous person. He is here to bury his mother's ashes, Mai explains to Ao before Ajuna could open his mouth. Ao nods his head and maintains his distance from them. He is still monitoring Ajuna for any suspicious activity. Yuito, so that's your name. It lacks manliness. Did I choose the wrong name? I thought it would go quite well with my Yuki clan identity. Haku looked like a trap with his voice, name, and appearance. My mother wanted a baby girl, but I was born instead. So, she gave me such a name. Ajuna explains to Mai. Mai nods her head. With that appearance, I think it quite suits you. Ajuna speechlessly looks at Mai. They continue their journey towards Kiri as Ao constantly monitors Ajuna's every move. Damn, this half-ass pirate is staring at me like a hawk. Should I gauge out that Bakugan of his? If he stares at me for again, then I will surely pluck out that Bakugan in the future. Ajuna is pissed off by the continuous hawk-like gaze of Ao. Shiver. Ao feels a chill run down his spine. He immediately turns away from Ajuna. Strange. He mutters to himself. Finally, they reach the entrance of the Kirigakyo. A giant arc of rock appears in their vision. There is a giant blue circular engraving with a symbol for water in kanji carved on the arc. The entrance is covered in mist as any ninja patrols the walls of the village. So, this is Kiri. It is my first time here in Kiri. Ajuna inspects Kiri. He notices several cylindrical buildings erected all over in Kiri. At the entrance of the Kiri, a middle-aged man and an old man waits for the group. The middle-aged man notices the group and hurriedly approaches them. He hugs Mai and immediately questions her. Mai, are you all right? I am all right, father. Mai nods her head and explains the entire incident in detail. Fuji turns to Ajuna and thanks him. Thanks for saving my daughter. Fuji curiously inspects Ajuna but couldn't find any extraordinary feature except his handsome face. His face is way too girly. Well, all Yuki clan males have such features. Fuji shakes his head and continues the conversation. Since you are the savior of my daughter, I will allow you to enter the village without any exception. Kiri is in a pretty chaotic situation nowadays, so always be on alert. Also, as my gratitude, I will provide you with lodging. Fuji signals a nearby shinobi. The shinobi leads Ajuna and Kimimaro inside the village. After their departure, Genji slowly walks up to Fuji and addresses him. You should keep an eye on him. Ao is suspicious of him. I have never seen Ao so guarded against somebody. Fuji nods his head. Yes. I can't be lenient anymore. They have attempted assassination on my daughter. Fuji turns towards Waken and orders him. Waken, you are one of my most trusted partners. I would like you to send someone to keep an eye on that Yuito. Also, send someone to the village he mentioned to investigate his background. I want to know if he is telling the truth or not. If he is telling truth, then we can rope him in. There are no powerful ice release users among our ranks. He can prove to be a worthy asset in our cause. Yes, Fuji-san. Waken bows his head and turns towards his Anbu team. He sends one of his Anbu members to keep an eye on Izuna and sends another to validate the background of Izuna on a nearby tree. So, that's what they are planning. I can never lower my guard, can I? Izuna is eavesdropping on the conversation of the group by using his invisibility. Well, I need to take care of this chore. The shadow clone follows after the Anbu. Inside Kiri, the subordinate of Fuji Terumi leads Izuna towards a small house. He gives keys to Izuna. This would be your temporary residence. If you need something, you can always find me. Okay. Izuna nods his head and grabs the keys. Click. He opens the lock and enters inside. Cough, cough. Kimimro coughs from the excessive dust inside the house. Looks like the house needs some cleaning. Rest is fine. He turns towards the shinobi and thanks him. The shinobi looks around to make sure no one is listening to their conversation before he advises Izuna. I would advise you to not reveal your identity as an outsider. Kiri is going through chaotic times, and if anyone gets suspicious of you, they will send assassins after you. Also, my name is Akatsuki. I will keep that in mind. Izuna nods his head in gratitude. Well, I won't mind if someone tries to assassinate me. He enters the house and notices Kimimro, who is cleaning the floor. There is no need to waste your time with such chores. You should instead focus on your training. Izuna makes some hand signs and blows away the dust out of the house. Kimimro silently stares at Izuna and takes out a small diary from his pocket and writes something on it. Izuna frowns as he notices the diary. What are you doing? He curiously questions Kimimro. I found this diary inside one of the closets in the house. I want to write down all the instructions and guidance in the diary. Izuna nods his head. He makes some hand signs and places various silencing seal around the house. He turns to Kimimro and continues his explanation. I have heard about the abilities of the Kaguya clan, and it seems like your Kekkei Genkai is strongest among them all. Your body and chakra are centered around your Kekkei Genkai, so it would be a waste to train you in other ninjutsu. Kimimro silently nods his head as he listens to the explanation. So we will focus on taijutsu. You will be able to push your Kekkei Genkai to limits if your body is stronger. Izuna takes out some fuinjutsu tags from his pocket. He makes some hand signs and places them on Kimimro's legs and arms. Puchi! Kimimro falls on the ground as he struggles to stand up. He continues to struggle for a while before he regains his balance and stands up. Huff! Huff! He breathes heavily and takes support against the wall. These tags are fuinjutsu tags with gravity seals on them. Izuna removes his bandages to reveal 3 tags around his right arm. Kimimro's eyes widen as he stares at Izuna's hand with shock. These tags will constantly apply 2 times the normal gravity on your body and will effectively act as weights. Once you can walk normally with them on, we will start the next step of your training. Till then, get used to these weights because this is just the beginning. Kimimro wobbles as he struggles to walk. Izuna looks outside the house and notices an Anbu member monitoring his house. Looks like they still don't trust me. I don't care either way. I am here as a spectator, but I hate stalkers. So, I will mess with him a little. Swoosh, blink. Izuna disappears from his position and reappears in front of the Anbu member. What the? The Anbu member's eyes widen. Genjutsu, Sharingan. Izuna cast a genjutsu on him before he could utter any more words. He places his hand on Anbu member's head and reads his memory. So, this is the gist of Kiri's situation. I still have to reach the root of the matter to know more. Izuna shakes his head and manipulates Anbu memory. Now he won't trouble me anymore. Swoosh, blink. Izuna disappears again and reappears inside the house. I will stay here for another month or two. I want to pamper my cute little sister. Izuna smiles as he thinks about his sister. She is still a baby, but it won't be long before she grows up. Ha! Now I have to think of a way to prolong my stay in Kirigakure. But the excuse which I made up won't last that long. They will turn suspicious of me. Kimimaro stares at Izuna and notes down something in his diary. Izuna looks at Kimimaro scribbling something in his diary and shakes his head. He rests on a cot as he looks out of the window. I have turned 17 this year. It has been 17 years since my rebirth in this world. I have a family and made many new friends. Izuna closes his eyes and falls asleep. Kimimaro slowly stands up and covers him with a blanket. Izuna raises his eyebrow as he notices Kimimaro. What's with this situation? Kimimaro is turning into a nanny. Never mind. I need to sleep. Bang, bang. A faint vibration disturbs his sleep as the entire house is shaking. Izuna opens his eyes and stares at the door. Who is bothering me this early in the morning? He activates his X-ray vision and looks through the door. Mai is slamming his door with anger. Ops! I forgot to remove the silencing seal. He immediately gets up and opens the door. What took you so long? I have been knocking on your door for the past 15 minutes. Mai angrily questions him. Izuna scratches his head as he replies. I was pretty tired from the journey yesterday, so I overslept. Okay, never mind that, father wants to meet you. He sent me here to fetch you. Mai turns around and walks away. Oh. Looks like they are quite satisfied by my backstory. He silently follows after Mai. Inside a small mansion. Fuji inspects a scroll as the Anbu reports to him. Elder Genji is seated beside him and Waken is standing behind him. Fuji-sama, as per your orders I went to the nearest village to investigate his background. His story seems to be correct. His family did live in the village and his mother died recently because of an unknown illness. Fuji reads the content of the scroll about Yuito's past. He turns to Elder Genji for the suggestion. Elder Genji nods his head and advises. Try to recruit him. He is a member of the Yuki clan with its powerful ice release. With him, in our ranks, we will get an advantage against the forces of the noble clans. Elder Genji pauses for a while. Send your daughter to call him here. Fuji frowns as he questions Genji. Elder Genji, are you trying to rope him through my daughter? Elder Genji nods his head. Your daughter is of marriageable age. If we could recruit a powerful shinobi by engaging with her, then we should try it. Fuji's frowns deepen as he raises his voice. I won't turn my daughter into a pawn. And besides, we had yet to test his capabilities. What if he is just talk, with no actual strength? I don't want to marry my beloved daughter to a random weakling. Sigh. Elder Genji sighs and continues. Political warfare isn't won through emotions. It is won through wits. The noble clans are clearly making a move against you. They are already aware of their failed attempt, and I am sure this won't be their first attempt. Fuji calms down as he listens to Elder Genji and ponders. Your daughter is your successor. If anything happens to her, then our faction will lose its future. So, I want to make sure there is a strong bodyguard beside her. That seems plausible. Fuji nods his head in agreement. As for his capabilities, we will let that matter to noble clans to handle. Fuji frowns as he thinks for a while. Elder Genji, you mean to say that the noble clans will be pissed by this new variable and they will try to eliminate him? Elder Genji nods his head. Correct. I am sure they don't want any powerful ally to join you. Also, the next village meeting for new elders is around the corner. I am sure they will try every means to usurp your seat. Fuji thinks for a while before he nods his head. He summons Mai over and sends her to Ajuna's place. Inside a large mansion. Bam! Akifumi slams his hand on a table as he listens to the report. He quickly dismisses the Anbu and made sure he was alone in the room. Madara-sama must be disappointed by me. I failed to fulfill his objective. Akifumi clenches his fists as veins pop out from his head. 10 elite Anbu members. I lost 10 of my most elite Anbus in that fight with no success. Bam! He slams his fist on the table and destroys it. The perpetrator must pay for his insolence. He dared to interfere with Madara-sama's order. Akifumi angrily stares at a drawing of Ajuna as Yuito. He picks up the drawing and turns it into ashes. Men! Akifumi yells in anger. A few Anbus immediately enters the room. Ajuna quickly follows after Mai. Mai ignores him for the entire duration. They reach the foothill of a small hill surrounding by many shinobis. There is a middle-sized mansion on top of the small hill. The shinobi guard recognizes Mai and allows her to enter. Mai turns towards Ajuna and questions him. You must have heard of the Terumi clan, right? We were former allies. Ajuna nods his head. Yes, our Yuki clan was a close aid of Terumi clan. One thing led to another and my clan is on the verge of extinction. Sigh. Ajuna sighs depressingly. Mai looks at Ajuna with conflict and chooses to remain silent. Ajuna turns towards Mai and speaks. But I was surprised when I came to know about your identity. You are that famous princess of the Terumi clan. Then that makes me the knight on the white horse who saved the princess. Ha ha. Ajuna chuckles at Mai. Humph. Mai snorts and turns around. Don't get too cocky. If I wasn't exhausted from my previous fight, then I would have dealt with them. Also, with that scrawny body and girly face. I can't imagine you as a knight on a white horse. So, stop with your fantasies. She harshly rebukes Ajuna. Ajuna raises his hand and silently follows after her. Soon, a ninja walks in front of them. Miss Mai. I will take it from here. You must be exhausted from your previous mission. Mai nods her head and walks in another direction. I am both mentally and physically tired from that fight. I will take a break in hot springs. After Mai's departure, the shinobi turns towards Ajuna and snorts. Don't foster any fancy ideas for our princess. She is destined to be the next leader of the Terumi clan. A homeless and reputation-less person like you is nothing in front of her. The shinobi has a pervert expression on his face as he is lost in his fantasies. Ajuna looks at the buffoon shinobi and wonder. They even have such kind of people in their security. Cough, Cough. Izuna coughs to get his attention. Can you lead the way? Ahem. The shinobi clears his throat and takes him inside the manor. Izuna curiously inspects the mansion. Although the mansion doesn't look special from outside, it is quite fortified inside. There are various traps and seals in places. I guess Kiri has an entirely different power system from Konoha. He curiously turns towards the shinobi and questions him. Then, who do you think is most suitable for Miss Mai? It certainly isn't you, right? Izuna smiles at the shinobi. No. I am nowhere close to her status. The shinobi shakes his head in depression. But if would have to say a suitable candidate, then there are quite a few people. The shinobi ponders over the name of suitable candidates for Mai. There is no suitable candidate for her in Kiri. If it was before, then maybe fourth Mitsukage, but he is a little old for Miss Mai despite his young appearance. The ninja shakes his head in denial. Then what about other villages? Izuna curiously questions him. Another village? That's not possible. Kiri will never rely on outsiders to grow stronger. The shinobi immediately refutes Izuna's question. But, if I had to pick, then there are only a handful of powerful shinobis from other villages suitable for Miss Mai. He ponders for a while before replying. Then it must be Izuna Uchiha the Shinigami. He is just way too powerful with such a huge bounty on his head. As for his strength, that is undeniable. But many higher-ups of Kiri hate him. They have suffered quite a few losses under his hand. Izuna Uchiha has assassinated many shinobis from our village. So this hatred is unreconciled. The shinobi has a fervent expression on his face. If only it had a percentage of Izuna Uchiha's ability, then I am sure I would be able to impress Hana. Izuna speechlessly stares at him. I wonder what his expression would be if I reveal my identity. Izuna shakes his head to discard such useless thoughts. They arrive in front of a room. The shinobi bows in front of the door and speaks. I have brought him here. Fuji-sama. Who, you may return now. The shinobi bows his head and retreats. Yuito Yuki. I summoned you here to have a little discussion with you. The door opens up, and Fuji Terumi greets Izuna. It's my honor to have a conversation with you. Fuji-san. I would like to know the reason for our meeting. I am sure you haven't called me here for an ideal chatter, right? Izuna calmly speaks to him. Humph. Waken frowns at Izuna's nonchalance. Such disrespect, and to address Fuji-sama in such a casual manner. Waken is about to lash out. My elder Genji stops him and shakes his head. Waken returns to his position as he angrily stares at Izuna. Quite the blunt person, are you? Fuji chuckles as he stares at Izuna in the eyes. Then, I will be straightforward with you. I investigated your background and found your story to be true. Now, since you have lost your family and friend and have nowhere to go, then why don't you join us? Fuji raises a proposal to Izuna. I am sure with your ice release, you will be an asset for our faction, and also you will be able to rise in ranks and get a stable position in future safeguarding your brother. So he is sweet-talking me to join his faction, but at the same time he is also threatening me using Kimimaro. Well, this is how power struggle works. They don't want any spy or traitor among their ranks. Since I am here on infiltration or to say vacation, I will accept the deal. Also, I am restricted to ice release. It will help me further improve my control over Arctic release. Izuna ponders for a while. Fuji and Elder Genji calmly stare at Izuna's expression. Has he figured out the meaning behind my words? If yes, then he can be a valuable ally, if not then he can only be a second-rate disposable pawn in this battle. Fuji thinks to himself. Fine. I will join your faction, as for my brother's safety, you don't have to bother with it. Izuna stares in Fuji's eyes. The temperature of the room falls. Clatter, clatter. Some Anbus clatters their teeth as they shiver from the cold. Very well, it's fine with us. You can return for now. I will summon you when I need you to do a task. Fuji nods his head as Izuna walks out of the room. After making sure no one was around, Fuji turns to Elder Genji and speaks. Seems like he is not a fool. If his abilities are as described by Mai, then we have got our hands on a powerful ally. It is our chance to seize the position of another elder in this meeting. Fuji clenches his hands. Swoosh, swoosh. An Anbu member silently flickers near Elder Genji. He passes a scroll to him before disappearing. Elder Genji opens the scroll and reads its content. He tosses the scroll towards Fuji. You don't have to wait long to test his abilities. You will know it tomorrow. Fuji frowns and catches the scroll and reads its content. So, the noble clan has made their move. To think that they will send the Night Reaper to assassinate him. Elder Genji nods his head as he explains. It may seem unnecessary, but the noble clan wants to assert their dominance over us, they wanted to show their power. If the Night Reaper is successful, then it will serve as a warning for us. But if he fails, then the noble clan will be forced to take more drastic measures. Elder Genji burns the scroll to ashes. Either way, it is an opportunity for us to test the capabilities of our new ally. If he fails and dies, then we can only lament the loss of a pawn, but if he lives, then we would have much more to see in the future. In any case, it is a win-win situation for us. Very well. Fuji turns to Waken. Waken, go and personally monitor the situation tonight. I want you to assess the ability of our new member. You will only spectate the assassin, you will not interfere with it. Yes. Fuji-sama. Waken nods his head and flickers out from the room. Waken may be a little hot-headed, but he is one of my most trusted companions. We lived through the Second Shinobi War and I saved his life on one occasion. He is still grateful to me for that. Fuji chuckles as he places a shogi board on the table. How about a round of shogi, Elder Genji? That's it guys, hope you like this video. This was the season 2 of this series. Like, share and subscribe the channel if you want more videos like this. Also tell me in the comment section down below if you have any recommendation about what I should make next. Thanks for watching.